Okay. All right. It is early. I am getting started with my day, and of course, as always, in processing it. Just doing some introspective work with myself, and just kind of reviewing my life and where I'm at, and if I may say so, just trying to tap in with what's going on with me and what God wants from me. And so what I want to share with you guys this morning, I want to talk to you a little bit about this concept on faith. So we're only in midweek, and already for me, there's a lot that's been going on, and I felt it, not just things just happened to me per se, but just with folks and different people that I know, right? Stuff is happening all around us. Things are going on all around us. And sometimes when we find ourselves in situations or tough spots or rough spots, sometimes we tend to lose hope or lose faith. Yeah. And so when you understand what faith is, the chances of you holding on just a little bit longer and not letting go until your breakthrough comes would be more prevalent. Well, actually, faith, if we take it from a biblical point of view or a biblical perspective, the word faith means, believing in something that cannot be seen, right? So now faith is the substance of things. It's hope for and evidence of things not seen. That's what the Bible teaches us. That's what my Bible tells us. So when you have faith, you're hoping in things that you just can't see, and you're believing in the process of the outcome. You're believing that good is going to come of whatever that situation is that you're in. And not, sometimes when we think good, we're thinking that it's going to work out the way we want it to work out or work out in our favor. And that's not always so. So when we're thinking about things working out for our good, we're thinking about things working out in a way that is supposed to work out for us, that's going to get us to our end goal, our end destiny, what has already been predestined for our life before the foundations of the world, right? And so, when you really try to take a biblical perspective on understanding your life, understanding what's going on with your life, you can see that it's clearly written out there. Everything that happens in our life, it happens for a reason. There is a divine purpose for you. There's a divine purpose for me. And in the end, we will be able to see what it was all for if we don't let go, if we don't lose faith, and if we don't lose hope. Okay? It is your faith that will move God. It is your faith that will allow what it is that's giving you the strength that you need to be what you need to be and do what you need to do. Faith gives us strength, right? The Bible also tells us that if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, and the mustard seed is very tiny, it's really, really small. And so all it's telling us is that we just need to have a small measure of faith. And if we have that small measure of faith, then we can move mountains. I'm a therapist. I'm a psychotherapist. I talk to people for a living. I listen to the heart and the soul and the mind of various individuals on a daily basis. And that's a lot. And I take in a lot. And I give back a lot. But much like everybody else who have, their situations, their issues, their problems, just because I'm a psychotherapist doesn't mean that I'm exempt from experiencing or feeling any problems, right? So I too have those same things going on in my life. But before I can sit before anyone, before I can talk to anyone, before I can share with anyone, I first got to believe. I first got to believe in what it is that I'm sharing with them is going to be effective. It is something that will work. it is a tool that will impact and change your life for the better. And before I deliver that, I have to rest on it. I have to believe in it. That's how our faith works. You have to believe it. And if you believe it to be so, higher being, any kind of faith or any kind of religious sector or anything like that, even if you don't subscribe to any of that, I challenge you today to walk in faith. I challenge you today to tap into believing in what you can't see, holding on to promises that was made to you, and walking in it in spite of what the circumstances or the situations around you may seem like. Let me give you this other one. Right, my favorite Bible story is with Peter, right? When Peter was in the boat with all the fishermen, right? They're going out, they're fishing, they're hungry, they're trying to get some food. And Peter sees Jesus out on the water and walking. And to his amazement, it's like, how is that happening, right? Of course, I'm paraphrasing and I'm putting this all in my own words, but he saw that. And Jesus said to him, Peter, come out. Come on. He bid Peter to come out and walk on water, right? Think about that. He bid Peter to come out and walk on water. And because Peter believed, because Peter had faith, and because Peter kept his eye on the goal and the prize, which was Jesus Christ, he stepped out into that water and he started walking. He was walking on water, right? Now get this one. Once Peter realized what he was doing, he got afraid. He lost his faith. He couldn't believe what was going on, and he began to sink and drown. All right, because he looked around and he saw what was happening and he didn't believe it, and he began to sink and drown. So once we take our eye off of the Creator, the one who gives, the miracle worker, however you want to, name him, once we take our focus and our eye off of that and start paying attention to the circumstance or the situation or what it is that we're going through, we become overwhelmed, we become frustrated, we get scared,